Hello, ladies and gents. This is Chris Fernandez talking. I am joined here with Jbone. I got Bob Bob.
Yeah.
And I got the Seventh Sword, a.k.a. Rich Radwan.
Oh, yeah.
We are all admins on Talk Gaming, and we are putting this podcast together for people who are in the office, who don't have time or they can't because they'll get yelled at for being on Facebook, to scroll down the little news feed of the Talk Gaming and check out all the news and stuff like that. So you can just scroll down and hit play before your boss comes and listen to what we have to say. We're basically going to be going over weekly highlights of what's posted, all the best things, etc., etc. So, yeah. What have you guys been playing?
I've been playing Batman Arkham City. Non-stop.
That's Jbone.
That's it. For the last 3 weeks, that's all he's been saying.
I'm platinum it. That's my journey. End of story. Done. I'm going to get it fucking over with.
Unfortunately, I actually bought Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I've been playing that. And
unfortunately, why?
Why, Chris? Oh, I will tell you why. Amazing Spider-Man 1 was actually a better game than the sequel.
Agreed.
What?
Agreed.
Which is disappointing. The swinging was they try to make it more skill-based, but it doesn't flow as well as it did in the first one.
It was weird because I thought that Amazing Spider-Man 2 would be better since the Amazing Spider-Man 1 was such a step up from like the other 4 other games that came before it after Spider-Man 3. I thought they would like keep what they were the direction that they were going in and improve on it.
But they didn't.
Apparently that didn't happen.
Nope.
So.
Wait, how's the webbing? Does it go to buildings? Does it actually go to the buildings?
They claim, Bob. They claim that it does. But in actuality, you can go to my Facebook right now, and there's a video of me swinging on a cloud.
Yep, atmospheric fucking web
This
swing.
is Rich Radwan's Facebook if you want to go creep his Facebook.
Yeah.
Now, is the cloud low or is it a higher cloud?
I can't see the cloud.
Okay.
There was a time in the first Spider-Man game that I ever played, the one where like you couldn't even touch the ground because there was all that like green smoke and you couldn't like go to a certain level.
They couldn't like
Where
render the city.
I was like, well, I guess I can't go to the ground, so I'm gonna go to the sky. And I would like try to like go to the sky and like touch the clouds, and that didn't work. You would just be like swinging straight. It was so bad, but for the time, it was really good. But one of the biggest news stories that's happening all over Talk Gaming and all over the interweb right now is Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I always want to say Advanced Warfighter, just like Jbone always does, because of Medal of Honor and then Ghost Recon.
Or Advanced Warframe.
Advanced Warframe. Call of Duty Advanced Warframe. Oh, Warframe joke. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. What do you guys think? And what are you expecting?
Well, that trailer was beautiful.
It was.
It was gorgeous, and they're going for the photorealistic look finally, because the Call of Duty engine, it's a little old. Would you all agree?
Yep.
About 8 years.
Very terrible.
Just slightly.
Horrible.
Slightly old. And it looks like they're going for some new gameplay mechanics. Looks like they're going for some advanced, like kind of like Crisis-like gameplay. Maybe a little bit of maybe they're trying to mimik Titanfall a little bit, because that's.
I think they're trying to add mobility to the characters.
I hope, because that
a different way to platform, different way to first-person shoot, just like Titanfall did.
Yeah.
They need to, because I need something that's just new to it.
Well, it can't get away with just being an arena fighter anymore.
My impressions, it looks good, but it's like a good-looking woman. If she doesn't have good personality, then what's the point, right?
Sorry to all the women in this Talk Gaming. That
I like personality. I think that's a good thing.
Basically means it's good, Bob.
Okay, let me explain myself. No, personality is a great thing. That's why I'm single. So, anywho, my Call of Duty. This is Bob. If you didn't know, my Call of Duty.
Single.
Who's single? Don't worry about it.
Ladies.
Who doesn't want to spend $60 on a woman?
Hey, I'd rather play it on a game. Anywho, my impressions. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, it looks graphically, it looks so much better than it was, and I'm excited for that. But they really need to do more in the gameplay and multiplayer to get me hooked.
Yep, agreed. I think we all agree that game, the Call of Duty franchise in general, is extremely fatigued. Assassin's Creed is sort of getting there, but Call of Duty right now is taking the cake for franchise fatigue right now, and they really need to do something new, and they really need to improve on the game engine, the mechanics of the gameplay, and the multiplayer.
Activision does... Sorry, you were going to say something?
No, go ahead, Rich.
Activision in general does that to all of its franchises. Tony Hawk, Guitar Hero, Call of Duty. Like, look at that. They have a trend. They just run it to death.
Shout out to Activision for ruining franchises.
So
I really want to talk badly about how I dislike the Assassin's Creed franchise, but
you don't like the Assassin's Creed franchise?
I'll save it for another day.
Have you played 4?
Yes, I actually bought it and I returned it within 2 weeks.
I didn't.
And I'll explain it in another day for another podcast. But as far as like Warfighter,
Warframe. You mean Warframe?
Warframe, whatever. Yeah,
Warhawk.
the new Call of Duty game.
Warhawk.
The new Call of Duty game. Like, I want it to succeed. I've said it before. I want it to succeed. You want it to have good competition with other shooters as far as like Titanfall and these other Battlefield and other good stiff competition.
Plants vs Zombies.
Yeah. And you like to
Garden
see it,
Warfare.
you like to see it like
Garden Warframe.
sell
Garden
well.
Warfare.
You like to see it have people enjoy their purchase and stuff. I just hope, man, we can only see and wait.
Yep. High hopes, low expectations.
Jbone
I
just
think
wants
that's what it's looking like.
Jbone just wants everyone satisfied. I mean, and you can't blame the man.
Yeah,
No,
I can't. When a game loses, the gamers
when
lose.
you spend $500 on a shitty console and you spend $60 on a game that has
What
a bunch
console
of
is that there,
you calling
J-Bone?
you calling out something over there, J-Bone?
yeah. I'm calling out the Xbox One, guys.
Ooh!
Big words, big words.
But you know what I'm saying? It's like you want to be happy with your purchase. You don't want to have buyer's remorse and stuff like that. But Bob, what have you been playing? We didn't get to
yes.
We didn't
Bob.
get to hear what Bob was playing.
Well, me, Rich, or the Seventh Sword, and Chris just beat Dark Souls 2, and that is my first
so good.
Dark Souls experience.
good.
And I have to say I love it, and I think I'm going to play Demon Souls
I agree.
and Dark Souls. It's definitely a challenge, but in a way, it's really nice because
When you die, it's your fault.
it is your fault.
It's your own greed.
It's not like, oh, some ridiculous thing, oh, he's a bullet sponge or thing. You know how you have to kill him, or you learn how to kill him, and
There's no bullets in that game.
well, there's magic.
Sword sponges.
Sword sponges. But anyhow, you learn from your deaths and you experience it, and you only blame yourself. So I'm hooked.
You mentioned Dark Souls. This totally bypassed my mind. What is that new game that's like? It's called Project Beast. It's like
Yeah.
Sony owned
By From Software.
By From
right?
Software.
From Software, and
That's
it's like
rumored.
a Dark Souls-y
Rumored.
Yeah.
type of game or something,
From
right?
It's
Software
not
made Dark Souls.
confirmed.
Dark Souls, right?
Yeah, From
Yeah,
Software.
From
made Dark
Software
Souls.
made Dark Souls, and apparently the rumors are they're working on a new game called Project Beast. I don't know. We'll see. It sounds like it's gonna have something to do with the.
Did you see the images and
Project
stuff?
It looks
Morpheus.
intriguing. Very
Yeah.
intriguing.
What if it's got something to do with the Project Morpheus? I wonder if it's gonna take advantage of that at all.
I
Why?
don't
Because they
know.
both
I
have
don't know.
Project in it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Project
It could, you
Beast,
never know.
only on Project
Yeah.
Morpheus.
I don't know. I'm looking out for Morpheus stuff. I'm excited for it. Another big game that's coming out that you've been seeing a lot of kind of bad news for is Elder Scrolls Online. I haven't played it. I don't think any of us have. I don't think any of us really want to because of subscription fees, because of development, like glitches and all that stuff.
It's not actually made by Bethesda, for one.
Yeah, ZeniMax.
ZeniMax.
Or Zenith.
Yeah.
Bob.
Or Zenith, the
Zenith,
TV.
the TV.
You don't
It's
know
not-
who's making it, so
It's ZeniMax.
And it looks like that their execution was very, very sloppy on this one. And it looks like they were going for greed, because you could purchase the full game for $60, and then, as J-Bone was saying, you only get 1 gold per boss fight in that game. And in order to
or
actually,
two. Come
sometimes they're generous. Yeah, sometimes they
on.
give you two.
two.
You know, and you have to buy a horse, which costs, what is it, J-Bone?
Horse, I guess from the YouTuber Angry Joe, you guys should check him out if you're interested. Shout out if you're interested in Elder Scrolls Online and you're thinking about playing it and you don't feel like dropping the $60 and the fee and all that other bullshit that goes with it. I highly suggest you check out Angry Joe, and he's got it's in his recent videos. Everybody knows how to use YouTube. Check it out.
YouTube?
It's funny.
Is that new?
Yes. The horse.
NewTube.
The horse is he said it was like 4,000 gold, and he specifically jokes in the video about like what am I supposed to do? Kill like 4,000 fucking skeletons? You know, each 1 gold apiece. The game is like rotted with bugs. It's completely unfinished. This team that developed this game like had how long to make this fucking game?
7 years, 8 months,
and it
2
came
days.
out like fucking broke. It's
You
broke.
made that up.
Yeah.
It's a total
Friends
like
disappearing when you're in the middle of playing.
friends disappearing in the middle of playing. It looks awful. Like
Apparently, you can't actually complete quests together either.
What do you do?
Like, you have to do, it's like a single player game with voice chat.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't-
Teams vanish. Your players vanish into other realms of like the universe, and then they re-vanish and reappear. Bosses, like you kill them, you get cheap ass gold. It's not even very rewarding, like a Diablo system. And then the bosses respawn in front of you. I'm telling you guys, check out the video. It's fucking hilarious.
I kind of want to watch it.
And this isn't even free to play. It's a full $60 retail game with
Free
subscription.
to play.
$60,
Realm.
$15 a month, then $20 for this horse, because without this special horse that you buy, it takes forever
Like $100
to get
probably.
anywhere.
And a horse is from what he was saying. When he was saying the horse traveling type of mechanism, the system in that game, you have to depend on a horse for travel. And
Is there a fast travel?
I don't remember. Check it out.
There's got to be a fast travel. There's
Check-
fast
yeah.
travel.
I don't think there is.
If there's
People
not
are
a fast
complaining about
travel,
having to walk around the whole freaking area.
Really? Like Warcraft?
And you
like
can
WoW?
and you can only play with people in your like clan. You can't actually play with people out like you don't actually see.
And your
someone
clan
else.
members disappear when you're playing with them. Oh, wow.
this is a next gen game or a PC game, so just remember that. And there's no fast travel.
It's,
so
not even
awesome.
out, it's not even out on consoles yet. So we'll see what happens with that. We'll see how the servers handle that because apparently they're having problems. But yeah, free to play. You mentioned free to play.
Free to play.
I don't know what you all think of that. We all have our opinions. Sound off in the comments section what you think of free to play. Honestly, if it's built right around, if it's built around free to play, it really depends on how they make it. Like if you want to charge me $10 for an armor and like a sword or a spear or something like that, I better get a good 20 hours of gameplay for spending the $20. Like if you better make it good. I don't want to grind if I'm paying.
What I think of free to play, when I hear the words free to play, like this game is free to play, and we've developed this game and put a lot of money to it, and it's free to play. Like the first thing I think of is like I'm only getting a percentage of that game. I am never going to get for free the full 100% of that game unless I put my money into it.
Right.
It's like on those advertisements when you see, oh, if you buy it now, you get this one for free. And I'm like, okay. You always look for the catch. And then you play it, and hopefully it's exciting. But then once you get to the point where you realize, I need to spend money, that's where I have an issue, and that's what kills me.
Right, it's games like it's like when you spend $60 on a game like Tomb Raider, you get all the weapons, or you see all the weapons, you see all the unlocks, and you progress in the game to unlock them all, and eventually you unlock everything and you have it all. You've completed the game 100%. You get whatever achievement for it. Like you've done everything. You got everything. Bam. For free to play, it's like you don't get that sense of accomplishment.
Exactly. I mean, I don't feel like I own my free to play game. Do either of you?
It owns you.
Yeah.
I feel like that game is pay to win, and just money walls, appear in front of me, and I can't progress through the game unless I buy this new equipment.
What was that
pops up.
game where it's like Warcraft? Warcraft's a new thing now where like you can pay like what was it, $20 more or something, or I forget what it was, but you get like an immediate level like 80 or 85 or level 90 character like right off the bat.
People would sell those characters online
Dude,
for like thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Battlefield.
This is happening.
I believe it.
Battlefield has this stuff. Like Battlefield has packs that you pay real money for, and they unlock everything for like a certain kit, like the engineer kit or like the assault kit, stuff like that, like shortcuts. They call them shortcut packs.
What happened to gamers who earn it? That's what I like about games. Earning what I did.
It's a generation of
but-
10-year-old kids that own iPods, dude. Nobody
Yeah.
wants to work for anything.
And all these free to play games claim you can earn it, but when it's a 0.001% drop, how long is that going to take before you say, you know what, I'm just going to spend the $5?
I have a better chance of getting struck by lightning and winning the lotto on the same day than getting the stupid whatever I'm trying to get in that stupid game.
And you gotta spend like 3 hours grinding the same
boss that
in
you can
order to
only
get
get-
like a full set of blueprints for a spear. That's
you talking about Warframe,
That's
huh?
a Warframe. Yeah.
Yeah,
like
God.
But at least in War, understand.
and then you got to wait 12 hours for the blueprint to build.
3 days for the war. Your
Or
new guy.
buy it for $10.
Yeah, that's a bunch of bullshit, man. I don't like that shit, dude. Like, just give me the damn game. Let me play it. Let me have my fun.
There's a solution. Offer the game free to play, right? You can pay $10 here and there if you want, or say, hey, here's a $60 version. It increases the drop rates dramatically, so like it's a fair game, and then you actually can get all the equipment in time, in an actual reasonable amount of time. Why isn't that there yet?
I think it's just too much. I love that idea because I think we all feel, at least most of us, that we're not ready to commit to free to play.
Right, I think free to play right now in the video game realm is being tested. It's still in the testing phase.
It feels
it's still a
cheap.
baby.
It's always
To me, it feels cheap.
Right.
It's always free to play, and then
Yeah, and then you're just like, oh, like deep down, I was really
Deep
excited
down.
for Deep Down for PS4, and then I heard it was free to play, and now I'm skeptical. And then I read that one of the main developers was saying that you need to pay in order to progress. And I
Yep.
was like, well, don't give me like a fourth of a game and then make me pay like $20 in order to unlock the rest of the half or whatever. Like, don't
do that to me. Don't do that.
just give me a game. Just make me pay. I'll pay at $60 is already too much, but at this point I'll pay $60 in order to play the full game. Like, I'd rather be paying $60 for a freaking game than spend no money and have to grind and get like a half-ass made game, and it's just ugh.
What did you
I
guys
don't wanna
think?
deal with
What did you guys think of the recent news about GameStop switching more to mobile and that they're closing down 150 stores?
That's
120.
a strange strategy. It doesn't really make sense.
Mobile games are not going to dominate the market.
I really
don't think
hope
they
that
ever
never
will.
comes the case, because then we're all dead.
It's not. I mean, mobile games don't offer the fidelity and the control that console gaming does.
But the thing with mobile games, you can play it. I mean, you play it on the go, and they're quick and easy.
Yeah, but
and,
how many people do you hear talking about like making podcasts about Candy Crush?
And we're not
Like,
those people.
yeah, we're not
Oh
those
my
people.
god, we should do that.
No, like
The
they're just pick up and play games for a second and then you put them down.
Exactly.
I know that the PlayStation isn't selling that well in Japan because Japan is like a mobile dominant market, but that's Japan. And I don't know, it could be mobile could be the future, and I don't want it to be because I'm not into mobile. I'm into sitting at home on my couch being fat and lazy with a video game controller in my hand, like going, yeah, you know,
Killing reapers and saving the world, right?
Exactly.
Shout out to Mass Effect.
I want to be that Joel, dude.
Yeah.
I want to be Joel, dude.
Joel,
Just
dude,
wanna
yeah,
be that
Last of
Joel.
Us.
Last of Us.
That's what's one of my favorite games of last generation. Last of Us. I gotta say this. It's probably people are gonna be like, what? Battlefield 3. I spent like 280 something hours on that game. I just checked the other day. Over the course of the last 3 or 4 years that it's been out, 280 something hours on that game that I put in the multiplayer. It's a lot of hours.
Damn.
For
True, I've
100
seen it.
For
It's not a lie.
For $110.
You should get
I
a
spent
trophy. You should get a
$110 on that
trophy
game.
for that
Right?
shit, dude.
I know, right?
When you get to 250 hours, no life award.
The wasted life
Yeah.
trophy. That was a good. It was a good amount. It was a good wasted time. A lot of awesome moments. I love Battlefield to death. What are you guys' favorite games of last gen?
Bob?
Oh gosh, I have a lot.
Bob's
But
got a whole list.
I have a
I'd love
huge
to talk
list.
about.
But I won't go in big detail. For indie games, I think my favorite two were Fez.
Yep,
It's
Fez.
for PS4 now. It's great. It seems like a simple game, but there's a lot to it. You have to learn a language. That's all I'm gonna say about
If
that.
you have not played Fez, go play Fez.
If you like a really intense, hard game that reminds you of old retro games, I would say Super Meat Boy. That game is brutal. I got through it, and I got A+ through it, and I got these bandages. If you played that game, it's very difficult. It took me forever. And then he already said The Last of Us. I won't say that. The Mass Effect obviously was one of my favorites.
There's so many good games.
There's-
If you think about like how long those 8 years were,
Even
that
God-
we had
even
those
God of
consoles for,
War
it's like,
3,
man,
man.
God of War 3.
God of War 3 was
fantastic.
beautiful. There's
I-
several amazing
I
games.
played that last year. Like
Yeah.
I played that first last year, and I was still blown away by it. I was like, man, this is so good.
The Resistance series just got better.
Yeah, Resistance 2 and 3 were fantastic.
Amnesia, the indie game that started
Never played
like a huge revolution in indie games for horror and all that stuff.
And then playing
Amazing.
Outlast. I never played Amnesia, but Outlast, it's
The Dark Descent, Bob.
It is. I couldn't handle it. I made it through it, but it was terrible for me. So, but it's pretty sweet to see games like that.
But one of my favorite games last generation was actually for the Wii. It was Zelda Skyward Sword. I actually really enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
Twilight Princess.
I liked Skyward Sword more than Twilight Princess.
Uh-oh.
I just hated the. No, what I really hated about it, is just using the motion. I hate motion in
I agree.
games.
I hate
It
motion.
work really well for me. I don't know.
I don't know. I couldn't stand it.
Virtually no problems playing that
That's
game.
because you are the seventh sword.
That's true. I am the Seventh Sword.
I really want to play those games, but ever since Ocarina of Time, like that really has like a special place in my heart, and I really want to play like the other ones.
Have you played
but-
Wind Waker?
No,
Play
Wind
Wind Waker.
Like ever since it was Ocarina of Time, and then I know Majora's Mask, and with Majora's Mask, you had to buy that special cartridge, or the expansion cartridge.
Yeah,
right?
you did. I did. I bought it.
I didn't. I felt like it was a gimmick or something. And well, anyways,
What are your favorite games?
Metal Gear Solid 4. Metal Gear 4.
Well, how
Metal Gear
can
4.
we forget?
Of last generation. Well, it's
Your generation.
It's kind of a double.
Your
It's
generation.
kind of a two-answered question here. My favorite game franchise of all time is Metal Gear Solid, but that crown was dethroned by The Last of Us.
Woo!
Without
Wow.
a shadow
One
The
game.
entire series, huh?
Defeated by one game.
by one game. That game, Last of Us, came in and I think totally redefined storytelling, redefined gameplay mechanics, redefined of how like studios, like what hard work,
Storytelling, man.
what hard work and storytelling can do to a franchise. If that's your type of game, like what it can do to a game and put it on a console's ending cycle 4 months before a new console releases and yet sells 6 million copies. What the fuck does that tell you? Like,
Here's something to think about. The Last of Us. If the ending would have been more cookie cutter, like obvious, like most people wanted, like just like Mass Effect 3.
Spoilers.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say the ending.
You better not.
But had Mass Effect's ending and Last of Us endings been more, like more straightforward for people, do you think that would be on more people's like favorite list? Those games.
I could see. Yeah, I mean, people like Definites, they like the ending, but to what I enjoyed Mass Effect's ending, and I really enjoyed Last of Us ending. I like, thinking about it after the game because I mean, we really like to talk about the game and discuss it, and just having that is, I just love it. I mean, that's my favorite.
I loved Mass Effect's ending. Like my favorite game of all time, Shadow of the Colossus has.
That's a really good game.
Oh my god, the ending. I mean, I love games that end not well. Like I like games that don't have a happy ending or have like a I guess I'll
aren't
take it
typical.
ending because they're not typical because it's not like you expect victory. There's a story and you have consequences for what you do.
To that, another game that I found was really good, and it was under the radar. It was Spec Ops. It had a really sweet ending and
Spec
stuff.
Ops: The Line.
And it was a really fun game, especially for a shooter. They don't really have a great story like that, but that game really did too.
But games with endings of consequence are my favorite.
Speaking of Spec Ops, like I downloaded it for PS Plus and I deleted it like about 25% in because I felt like it was just going into a room, bad guys fill up the room, kill them, progress to the new room, bad guys fill up the room, kill them, and like I didn't really get a chance to like develop the story. But I heard that story is like a really good,
And
really good
it's
story.
not even like just telling the story. Like once you start playing it, the atmosphere in it kind of gets pretty like intense. So
You start going crazy.
You should
Because
revisit
you're in
that
the
game.
desert.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, so if you haven't played Spec Ops, that would be one I would say to play as well. Rich, you have any more?
Back to the endings. I feel like people, because it kind of went off on a tangent there.
We always do.
But Mass Effect 3, I feel like a lot of people were disappointed because people wanted to have probably like 36 endings customized to your character's experience the whole time. But that just is impossible to do.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, especially
I think that
the writing that would take and
Yeah.
the amount of work that would take, and you wouldn't even see all the endings. No way you would go back and replay that game 36 times.
Well, there's another game though that has multiple endings. It was another game that I enjoyed. Is Catherine. There was about 12 different endings you could get for that game. It was a pretty fun game for me too.
Speaking of Mass Effect, I have two things to say real quick. My character, Garrus, what's his last name? Scavarian or whatever. His name's Garrus, the blue guy. Like he died. Like he was one of my favorite, and he died in like my Mass Effect 2. Near the ending of Mass Effect 2, and I was so disappointed. And everyone else is like, everyone I know and everyone that I've read is like, oh, my Garrus lived all the way to the end, And,
Yeah, my Garrus was
My
good,
Garrus
so-
was fine.
Yeah.
I lost Ashley. I actually died in mine.
Oh.
Really?
I kept her.
And another question: do you guys think that BioWare is going to be releasing like shit for Mass Effect 4 at E3?
Like-
At E3.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think something will be.
They've been like hinting at stuff. They're really proud of it. If you
What
like,
about do you think they're gonna do Last of Us 2?
No.
Oh,
Or is that gonna be are we waiting
I don't know.
till?
Well, they're just
Not at
they're
E3.
just converting it over to PS4 this summer. So
they'll probably show a trailer for the PS4 version.
they'll probably pull an Uncharted. Like Uncharted for last E3, they just put the little trailer up with no gameplay. It was just like a quick few banners. They might. I'm
If
assuming
they
that
even
they'll do
release
that.
it, they haven't announced
Yeah.
that they're going to.
I don't think that
Yeah.
The Last of Us 2 is going to even be announced at E3. I think they're
Okay.
going to wait.
There might also
Oh, gosh.
something like with everything happening at Naughty Dog with the firings and layoffs and the quitting and all that stuff. It might put a damper on their what they're showing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who knows?
J-Bone, you
We'll have to
worried?
see, but
We should see
worried?
Uncharted though.
I hope so.
We should see
I want to
something.
see something.
Am I worried like
About Naughty Dog. Are
about
you worried about
the,
Naughty Dog
about
and
the
all
future of Naughty Dog? No, I'm not worried because like they were saying that when a console cycle ends and a new one begins, and teams complete games. That team when they complete a game, like they wanna see greener pastures. They want to move on to something else. And like maybe, I mean, who knows? Like maybe the Uncharted series, like maybe one team had a direction, maybe the other team had another direction. Like maybe Amy Hennig like left because maybe Sony was trying to like force Project Morpheus down their throats, and they don't want that. Or maybe like they saw
Where'd she go to?
Visceral Games.
Visceral Games.
which made
And she's
Dead
writing
Space.
Star Wars right now.
Yeah, Star Wars, which is awesome. I mean, it's awesome for the Star Wars fans out there because 1313 was completely wiped out.
Oh my god, I'm so upset.
They just
I know.
released, they just released if you check scour the internet, they just released a whole bunch more screenshots
I know,
Why?
it's so
of,
sad.
of
It's
like
like,
the world. And I was like, oh, look, it looks so good.
Yeah, and it's
It looks so.
completely-
You'll never play it.
Yeah, you'll never play it. But back to Naughty Dog. I mean, I'm not worried, but Bob was scratching my back.
you had an itch.
How did you know?
He knew.
He just
I'm,
knew.
I'm not worried, but I also think that they will release. I think they will release something Uncharted, or if not Uncharted, Last of Us for a release date for Last of Us remastered. As far as Last of Us,
I know
2,
they confirmed
no.
summer. They said summer.
Yeah,
so
summer. I heard
we'll see.
August.
I'm buying it again.
Yep.
I'm
The
buying it again.
multiplayer, if you haven't played the multiplayer, you need friends, and when you play with friends, you're just gonna love it.
I'm
If-
glad.
if-
I'm
if-
glad it's getting another shot.
If you guys buy that, man, like I'm gonna buy it, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want to.
Oh,
We'll all play.
Because I want to trophy that multiplayer shit, dude. You know, I want to platinum that thing, and I was in the version. I was in the on the journey of platinuming it. I can't. Even,
Blah, blah, baby. Yep.
I was on the version of getting that platinum, and I stopped because they announced the remaster, and I was like, well, I want to play the remaster, and
Get all them trophies.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's gonna be weird. You're gonna have like double trophies for both games. We all are because we
Yeah.
played the first one. We're gonna have like the regular version and then like the PS4 version.
Yeah,
It'll be fun.
exactly.
I'm so excited. I can't wait.
Last of Us is fantastic. Do you guys think that they're gonna show any footage of the new Star Wars Battlefront?
Yeah,
I
think they'll
hope.
show something.
I hope.
I
I think
that
we'll
game to be
see.
good.
I think we'll see stuff from Naughty Dog. We'll see the new Battlefront. I think we'll also see
E3's coming in hot.
the Division. Yeah, E3 this year is going to be really hot because
It's the brand new systems.
new
coming
Santa
out.
Monica game. The Order 1886.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think they'll show stuff like that. It looks like a Gears of War type of third person over the
I
shoulder.
was watching a lot of footage on it, and they were saying that like the visuals look great, but they didn't look like as good as hyped up. And they were saying that the combat was really standard third person shooter. Like
Yeah,
they said
that's-
it wasn't like I was like guess
Now,
we'll see.
I have a question for all of us. Now, do you think they're gonna have it exclusive for Xbox One that you think we might be excited for?
Halo.
Halo.
They're going to show
Other than
something
that,
on
though,
Halo.
other than Halo,
Any other new ideas?
yes,
IPs, Sunset Overdrive.
Sun-
they'll
yeah.
show.
Oh yeah.
Other than that,
Quantum Break.
Quantum Break,
They'll show
yeah.
that.
I don't know how I feel about that, but
Yeah, that kind of looks like an interactive movie.
It looks like a TV
hey,
game.
Heavy
Isn't it-
Rain
isn't it
was
made by,
another essential that I want to
Yeah,
add.
Heavy Rain is.
Quantum Break is made by the people who made Alan Wake.
and that game's
Yes.
awesome.
And that game is
great.
awesome, so it's got a good
You can
pedigree.
play that too. That's another good game.
What
Yeah.
kind of AAA exclusive do you guys think for Sony?
For Sony, maybe into the God of War.
By Santa Monica?
Yeah, Sony Santa Monica.
Really? You think they're going to bump
What do you
that
think,
up?
J-Bone?
They might.
I feel that we're finally going to see Last Guardian at the C3.
No, shut up.
Come
I
on.
really hope so.
It's not gonna happen.
Seeing
so.
that
gotta
Ico
happen.
and Shadow of the Colossus are my favorite games, they need to put something out there because oh my god, I want to play it so bad.
Even if they just showed a teaser image of like that cat dog fucking thing.
Little
Cat dog,
dog.
little cat
And
dog.
that rat cat dog thing. And
Rat cat dog.
and the little
J-Bo.
kid. And the little kid, like if they show something like on a PS4, then
Or Xbox One.
you'll see their fucking stocks go up. You'll see
No, they won't.
you'll see people freaking out in the press, you know, all that stuff. So
Yeah, I don't know. E3 is gonna be awesome because I think it's gonna be more. You can't call it next gen now. Current gen focus.
Yeah, don't call
Yeah.
me
I
that.
think-
So
It's now current gen.
Yeah.
it's now current gen. Stop
Not-
calling it last or next gen,
Next
people.
gen.
Stop calling it next gen.
I think that they'll show Drive Club footage.
Stop it.
I think
Drive
they'll show-
Club, the
yeah.
crew. I really want to
The
see.
crew,
I
yeah.
want to see Zelda and I want to see a Metroid.
I want to see some more
For the Wii U.
Yeah.
Project Cars gameplay.
Yeah, fuck
Man,
me,
like
dude.
I'm not a fan of car
Oh
games.
my God.
Besides Burnout and like Need for Speed, more Burnout though. I like the crazy crashing stuff. But Project Cars, man, like talk about when graphics matter. Like I will play that game, dude.
Holy shit,
man, that game looks good.
Do you
The
think
leaves.
Do you think they're gonna take stuff that from Forza? You know how you had to
Oh,
buy
absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah. Oh, for the microtransactions?
Yeah,
I hope not.
I really hope
not.
not. Though I'm just.
No, I really hope not. 'cause
That's
that'd
where
be a
free to
terrible
play is coming into
Yeah,
retail
a
games.
$60 game should not have microtransactions in it. It
I
shouldn't.
agree.
Are you
Agree.
kidding me?
I'm paying $60 now. I have to pay
That's
whatever.
bullshit. I agree with Rich on that. Like, if you spend $60 on a damn game, like they should not be squeezing more money out of you for an extra car. I just think that's wrong.
An extra car.
You know what I mean? Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember. I'm thinking of Project Cars here, but like even like take games for instance like Gran Turismo or any other game. Like, okay, you got to grind and fucking race this track for 100 laps in order to get this said specific car that like goes 250 miles an hour and it's fucking badass. Like, cool, I'll do it. I'll fucking waste an hour or two just to get that instead of, you know what I mean?
For a DeLorean?
It's
I'll do it
more,
for a
yeah,
DeLorean.
it's more like rewarding. You know?
I think what you're trying to go is that it should be more of a challenging base, not doing the same thing over and over, like more like a grinding base of just to get what you're doing. You should be able to do it in a certain way. Like you have to do something in the fastest time to get this car. That's fine.
Like
They shouldn't make you spend time racing 100 laps to unlock a car.
Yeah.
Yeah, going back to
retarded.
Dark Souls, because Dark Souls does this right. It's a challenging game that rewards you based off of your patience and your skill.
It's like spending $5. Say you can't beat a boss in Dark Souls. Shit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna spend $5 to advance to this next level, so I don't have to play
Oh,
as
boss is dead.
I
$5.
can't complete these fucking trophies in Arkham City, so I'm gonna spend $10 to like just get those trophies. It's turning into shit like that. Like no, fuck that, dude.
Pay
Like,
to win.
Come on, gamers. Quit being so lazy.
Yeah, we
come
gotta
on,
stop
gamers,
paying for that.
Let's get
We are
gaming.
Let's
revolting.
get gaming, yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I'm happy with all my consoles and stuff right now. I'm excited for E3, but I'm also excited for some of the stuff that's coming out this month. Bound by Flame comes out this Friday, the 9th, so you guys will be hearing this podcast on Thursday. Tomorrow, Bound by Flame comes out, made by Spider. It's a small studio. So far, I've checked out a lot of gameplay videos on all sorts of different sites, and it looks all right. It looks graphically really good. I'm excited for that, but
I don't know.
gameplay-wise, the combat looked a little weird.
Terrible.
Looked a little jerky. I guess we'll have to see. We'll have to wait for some reviews. Maybe one of us will pick it up and check it out. Bob.
No, absolutely not.
Come on, Bob.
I don't think that game
I don't know.
could be any good.
I love RPGs.
It could be
Yeah.
great.
It's gonna
At-
get a 6
at
average.
$50,
It's gonna get a 6.
reduced
Oh yeah,
price.
it's $50 too, and that scares the living bejesus
Yeah.
out of me.
I was
Yeah.
doing some research and I found that it was $39.99 on last gen, and on current gen it's $49.99, which is always scary because that means it's a budget title. And I don't know.
You know,
it's
I might
I
just
really
wait for
wanna-
The Witcher 3.
Witcher
Oh,
3,
God.
yeah,
That's-
Dragon Age 3, The Witcher
that's-
3, Lord
Yeah,
of
that's
the
another-
Fallen.
that's
There's so many
another
RPGs
show.
coming out this year, man. But also coming out this month after that is Wolfenstein. I'm excited for because I've played all the Wolfensteins. I love Wolfenstein. I love first-person shooters. I love like unique ones with like different weapons and just the balls out, just blow everything up.
The more I
It's
see
always
it,
fun.
the more I see Wolfenstein, the more I mean, I don't think it's going to be the best game, but it looks
No, it'll
fun.
be a
it looks
good,
fun.
fun shooter.
And that's all that
Absolutely.
matters.
We're in a drought right now with the next gen because obviously not enough stuff.
Current
coming
gen.
out.
Current gen.
Ah,
Oh, Bob.
He did it.
J-Bone looked at me the wrong way, and I had to say next gen because he only has a PS3. He
We
doesn't
gotta,
have any.
we gotta
next-
do a punishment
current
game.
gen.
Punishment game, Bob.
Punishment game.
But another game that we're going to also talk about that came out last Tuesday was Stick It to the Man.
Stick it to the Bob.
I played it.
Yep.
I played it on last gen, which is PS3.
Say that one more time for the.
Last gen,
Got it.
and it's free if you have PS Plus. Which if you have a PS4, why would you not have PS Plus now? And it's a fun game. It's interactive. You solve simple puzzles, but it has a fun story to it. It's very artsy. I would say it's free. Why don't you play it? It's a good game. Play it.
Another huge game coming out. Everybody knows about this game is Watch Dogs. I pre-ordered mine a couple days ago. I'm so hyped for it. I can't wait. I'm glad they delayed it and added more multiplayer. They got like 8-person multiplayer going on right now, I heard. and you can invade other people's worlds. There's all sorts of videos for the multiplayer.
Invade
Check 'em
other
out.
people's worlds, you
Yeah,
say?
invade other people's worlds. That's the Dark Souls, man. Too much Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play too
really excited
much.
for Watch Dogs. And then after Watch Dogs is Mario Kart 8.
Mario Kart.
And that is on the 30th, I believe.
You know
of
what,
May. So,
Mario Kart.
Watch Dogs 27th, Mario Kart 8 on the 30th.
I'll meet you at Rainbow Road, Chris.
Rainbow Road's back. I heard
By the bike racks.
with Mario Kart they brought back the parachute when you're flying in the air and you can control it now. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it's back in I forgot what old Mario Kart it was in.
They've been hyping that game up a lot with a lot of
I'm
videos.
excited for
Oh,
it.
you never bought
That was in the
Donkey
3DS
Kong?
Mario Kart.
What?
Mario Kart 7.
Oh, it was. It was in 3DS. That's right. Okay, it wasn't in the one for Wii.
I'm excited for fucking Watch Dogs, man. Like,
Yeah, it's
I want Watch Dogs.
It's about time. I think a lot of people on this
Chicago.
Talk Gaming can agree that it's time for an open world Chicago game.
Yes.
And I'm glad that it's coming
Chicago
to
Pride.
the current gen.
We are
now,
Chicagoans.
And I hope it looks as good as it is.
From
And
the
I hope
suburbs.
it looks as grimy as Chicago is.
I hope
Yeah.
I hope it can last me for
Another few months
couple-
until something else
'cause
comes
I don't
out.
know.
Yeah.
Or indie games.
It'll last a while.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna have a lot of content.
It'll have a
tonight.
lot. Yeah, they said the campaign alone was like 30 hours, and then after, if you want to do all the side stuff, which there's a ton, and it's all really good side stuff, is what everybody's saying. You'll go 80+ hours.
like some GTA side stuff.
yeah,
or
like
fun
better.
missions.
Like it's actually unique. You're not
Really?
doing the same mission over and over.
They're saying
again,
they're saying it's a lot of like Saints Row type stuff. Like if you ever played Saints Row, where like you're getting sucked into a virtual world and you're doing stuff like it's not just you're stuck in Chicago and it's just like real life stuff.
That's where that
There's
spider-
a lot of crazy trippy stuff. Yeah,
that spider like tank thing comes in.
yeah. Like there's a lot of really crazy stuff in that game supposedly. So I'm excited.
I think just to the point what you just said, what makes games exciting for me is I play video games not to be in reality, to escape it. So having different experiences, doing something that I would never do is,
That's the foundation of video games.
That's the idea.
Which is why, again, Shadow of the Colossus, Ico, my favorite games of all time, because those are your staple video game titles in terms of storytelling, in terms of atmosphere, in terms of everything. It's you're thrust into a world that you know nothing about. Fantasy world, it's fantastic. Swords,
horse.
aggro. Yeah, fantastic game. But yeah, that about wraps up podcast episode 1. This was supposed to be up last week, but we ran into some technical problems.
Yeah, we did.
We're using some new equipment. We're doing a lot of testing, working basically around the clock when we can, when we're not at our actual job, trying to get this podcast up. So thanks for listening, everybody. Leave a comment on the YouTube channel or on the Talk Gaming thread. Tell us what you think. Give us some topics to talk about for episode 2, and we'll see you next Thursday. Peace.
See ya.
Latest.